Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Steven's Sausage Roll, where today we are learning more about the grim history of this place, and also trying to figure out what is the thing that we are preventing from sinking right now. So we just used those islands. Oh, right. Yeah. There are some hydras over here, are there not? This is going to be a little bit annoying to get into place. I probably don't actually want them, like, together like that. Okay. Good work. Solid play. Managed to lose before we got into the first level. Strong omens for today's puzzling. Okay, so we had a little bit of a look at this, yeah? How do we... It would appear that the question is, how do we get the light-colored dragon around the darker-colored dragon? We want to make us a bridge. Okay, how about this? What if we move the light-colored dragon just out of the way for... Oh, right, sure. Sure, we're going to have problems. I forgot. What I want to do here is get the... Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, actually. I was going to say, try to get the dark-colored dragon onto the vertically aligned sausage while it's stuck on our fork, and we can certainly get it stuck on our fork by using the sausage that's holding up the white dragon as a wall when the white dragon is aligned with that island up there. But that is not actually trivial to do, because if we move the white dragon upward right now, it's going to roll. I forgot about the damn rolling. Well, that's probably not right either. If I try to use this won't stop the blue dragon from rolling, right? It'll just also get moved. Like if I do this thing. Yes. It just moves the sausage. That makes sense. There's never been a situation where a sausage was able to stop something else moving, except in a situation where a solid wall was stopping the sausage before, so... Because if we could get it impaled on... If we could get the blue dragon held up on the sausage, then on the horizontal sausage, we could just walk it out of the way, although I guess there's no way to remove it from the fork afterward, is there? So perhaps that's no kind of answer at all, in fact. Perhaps there is nothing sensible there in the least. Could be, might be. This still causes a rolling move to occur, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so obviously we can hoist the blue dragon up on this thing. Ah, right. Damned. Okay. Well, if I roll the sausages up now, then we get... I feel like this is perhaps a retread of the work that we did previously. We get a situation where I still can't do the stab because there's no way to get to the right side of the vertical sausage in order to roll it back to the left. So that's probably not the right solution. However, I can just push these now. Is that good? Was that useful? Is that a good thing to do? So if I roll these north now, we just keep the dragons up like this. And then what? And then what, smart guy? So for this stab, I probably want to have it by this bit. Ah, right. That's still rolling. That's just how rolling works. So yeah, I'm gonna have a really hard time getting it linked under the chin of the serpent that I want anyway. Yeah, the rolling is a real problem. The fact that we can't roll the blue serpent to the right makes this very challenging. And if we can't roll it, and we also can't move it via the only method we have of moving sausages around without rolling them, that is stabbing them, then stabbing and dragging, then I fear I may be out of clever plans. What, already? Yes. Yes, already. You know what? Ah, that's right, it kills the sausage. I would be willing to do that. If only to just see what we could do with the blue if it actually will go through the channel over here, but I can't even try it. So yeah, we need the white serpent to be in this position, but one space further north, and the blue serpent to be out of here. And maybe the answer is to just let it sink. Maybe it's okay to kill it. I guess let's find out. You would think that they would make it more difficult were that the case, but let's check out the rest of the puzzle. I'm just assuming that I need to rescue them both. So, it would seem that you could get all the sausages across here. The gaps are one tile enough. But obviously you need something to hold up the serpent. So the question becomes sort of like, can you get one sausage out, cook it, and then bring it back to use as a... to hold the serpent up while you cook the other two. So in order for me to get across here, I need to... How do I need to set this up? We're going to want to roll... So we're going to need to get off of, obviously, the sausage here so that we can climb down. And that means that in order to be able to climb down, we have to get off because we are on a horizontal sausage that is in this position. Right? So it's not as simple as set up the vertical sausage here, climb on top of it, and roll it over. It's going to be one of those situations where I have to roll the vertical sausage while there's another sausage in front of it so that I can make the transfer. So I think actually the situation we're in now might be fine. We need to scoot this down once. Put it here. Wait, what is my plan for dismounting? Because Because it does need to be... Pushing it's not good enough. It does have to get separated. So it's like... How do I do this? Right now, at this moment, I can transfer. But that's only... it's a pretty limited value, actually. I need to be able to roll this horizontal sausage out of the way. But there's not going to be a way to do that. And obviously if I press right to try to move on to the sausage, the only thing that happens is we roll the wrong way. Yeah, this is not going to work. There's no way to make this work, I don't think. And the thing is, had we the other horizontal sausage, I don't know that things would be any better. Yeah, because I still wouldn't be able to transfer like over the corner to either of them if we were pushing them both forward with us. Yeah, it wouldn't actually help. But like very obviously, you're going to have to climb up on that tile and log roll a sausage somewhere somehow. It is so hard to affect the position of stuff that is on the ground when you yourself are not on the ground. You would think Steven could just like angle the fork downward and sort of like make a scooping motion with the arms. Maybe just like a little. All right. Were the blue dragon to be relevant to the puzzle, what would it have to do for us? It would have to allow us to move something when we are not on the same level as that thing. Or it would have to be something that I could somehow drag upwards out of the water to discover that there's something else going on with it. Either of those things would work. If we could get it on land, we could, in theory, probably use it to adjust the position of something. Right, the same way we did in the last, some of the puzzles in the last episode. But I don't know how we would get it to a position where I could do that. All right, we can slide it by doing this. Except, right, that has its own problems. I was like, oh yeah, you can use a roll move to slide something. It's a shame that's not more useful. I'm like a cat, just staring at an object, and then the moment of chaos overtakes me, and it's just like, off the table you go. Get out of here. Take that. I mean, now I can stab this sausage like this. That doesn't let me move you out of the way, though. But I could do this thing. Nope. So now the sausage is on my head. And I have no idea what to do with this information. This is not helpful at all. There is no reason that I would want it in this position, right? Where I would, with the chin directly hooked on the ground. No, I can't imagine. And obviously the white dragon with the chin on the ground no longer functions as a bridge. So that's right out. I need to be able to get over to the middle island. Yeah, more and more it's looking like there's something about this is just it's a matter of getting rid of the blue one in the correct way or something. That's kind of neat. And then that dragon never rolls. I can even get the sausage off of my fork now. Wait, is this actually the... Ooh, this looks actually very good for us. Can I actually retrieve all of our sausages? I think the answer is yes. Because we can stab this and then get it off the fork on the ladder platform. Okay, so none of the sausages were in a lost state there. And this does allow us to get all three of them across. From which the question becomes, how do I use the fact that I can get all three of them across to get myself into a more useful position on this island? And the answer is something. Probably. You know what? Let me back some things up here. Okay. Just putting that in a retrievable position where it is out of the way. And we're going to do the same thing with this. Actually, this can just live... No, that's not. What am I talking about? That's never going to work. I need to walk across those tiles. Okay. I'm trying to set up a clean version of the puzzle where we have all three of the sausages in manipulable space and we can sort of position them however we want. And I think I've done that now. Let's go fetch these ones. Okay, so we can make the sausages be in whatever arrangement we want them to be in now as we're going across. Let's try to figure this out. There we go. Okay. What is the arrangement that allows me to access that ladder over there and get all the sausages across at the same time? I can get my fork as far as this, which means I can push any of the sausages onto the leftmost column of the final island. Obviously, something has to remain over here for me to be able to step onto it. how do we create the appropriate sausage machine? So the gap between these two bits of upraised land is 3 wide, right? So if we set up like vertical, horizontal, pushed into this position by another horizontal or something like that. You know, like there's a version of this where we can walk right or left off of the vertical sausage if we just create the correct blockage. Not that I have any idea how we would do such a thing. But it's not so infeasible. Laying out the sausages like that would not... Well, I wouldn't be able to get them over there like that anyway, right? Because I'm talking about a position where I would have had to have used the vertical sausage to roll the other sausages along that whole way. This other raised bit is here for a reason, right? It's either something that we're going to need to use to transfer from one sausage to another, or it's going to be used as a backstop, like I was just saying. It wouldn't be here if it wasn't one of those two things. Well, it wouldn't be here if it didn't have a use, and the only uses I can currently imagine are those two things. So how do we actually make use of either of them? How do we get to transfer off of the block in a way that is like useful at all? Having a little bit of trouble envisioning it. Okay, when we step off of this ladder platform, I mean, it has to be the case that we're stepping onto the vertical sausage, right? Because if we were stepping onto the horizontal sausage to roll it, either it would be left behind or we would be rolling it in front of the vertical sausage such that the vertical sausage can push them both over. And if we're doing that, then why am I even bothering? Right? Like, why go to the trouble of not having the vertical sausage behind them in the first place? So I think I feel like this is pretty... fairly inevitable? Somewhat inevitable? Probably not a great way to turn your fork at that moment. But, like, this isn't going to do what we want it to do, right? So at this moment, we can transfer off of this onto here, rolling that to there, so that when we roll this to here... Actually, yeah, we roll this to here, step off of it, and now we can roll this into this position, step across, and roll this to here, just like I was saying. Okay, that actually does work. Well, forgive me for being a non-believer. Okay, so that being the case, we're done. That being the case, we win. From here, it is just a very basic sausage cooking. Although, annoyingly, we are going to have to, like, maneuver these vertical ones around. We do have to get back. Well, that's not such a problem. That's actually... Never mind. Not even really a concern. You do need the sausages to be alive to do it, though. Right, because all we actually have to do to get back is just bring this one with us. Set it up. Well, I guess I need a horizontal one. Or, yeah, I need a horizontal one, too. Nope, actually... Put this here, then this here. Oh, right. That's not how these sausages work. You can't walk down off of the horizontal one. So I need to... and to construct the machine that's going to allow me to do the thing that I want. This seems like it should be easy, but my brain is like, okay, so if I put this... Ow. Okay. So I can step onto this one this way. Roll this down. Nope, that's... Again, what is the plan? You gotta have a whole plan in your head. In this economy. I know, it's ridiculous. Huh. How am I gonna get back on? Because, like, obviously, if we can get back on the vertical sausage in these two columns, or these two rows, the one Steven and the sausage are in, we can just step down off of it and be totally set. But in order for me to... In order for me to be able to step onto the sausage, it needs to be at the left or right end of another sausage. And the situation we have here is not super conducive to setting up that 2 sausages wide thing where the vertical sausage is in the rows beneath them. This little outcropping here is actually making my life very difficult. So we figured out what it's here for. And there are lots of positions where we could set this up to be able to step onto the vertical sausage. But the deal is we have to figure out a way of doing that in a place where it's not obstructed, which is totally impossible. That's what I'm rating it. Completely impossible. But I guess I could construct... Would I be able to build a version... Yep, good work. Way to go, me. Would I be able to build a version of this, like position these sausages such that I could step up onto one of them and then roll it into that position? Roll it into a position where it's one of those 2 sausages wide with the vertical thing at the right position at the end. Yeah, totally, right? It's a matter of, like... Yeah. And you roll this to here. That's, like, way easier than I was trying to make that. Alright. Sometimes when one dragon loves another dragon very, very much. They emit the universal sound of victory. And then here we are. In this new nightmare. But first, is there any more text? All trees gone, all creatures gone. People hoped merely for a week without calamity, so they could dry, cook, and eat their dead. Who, again, have been turning into sausages. Oh, this one's interesting. It starts with something suspended on the fork. Oh yeah, you can't you can't get down there. Well, I guess we know where the sausage goes here. Alright. What a strange area. So... What am I doing with this sausage? There wouldn't be a way to hold up this thing to the left. There's that thing to the top left of where we are right now that is interesting. Okay, so geez, there's a lot of puzzles left, it seems like. It's interesting though, those don't even look like they're from this area, right? But I guess the color scheme might just look wrong because they're far away. I don't know. It's a little unclear. Is this... Yes, that is an overhang. Okay. I guess we should test. Does that sink? Yes. Okay, so that is what we maintain. Welcome to the ancient dam. There's an oven over there. I really wish I could get over there to see a little bit better. So that whole island is one, yeah, it's one space higher than the ground of this island. How are we going to... Because, like, obviously I can get over there. We can put a sausage here. Roll it across. And then climb up. But I can't get down this way. Okay, so we get stuck on this even if I'm not, you know, indisposed by the other sausage. It would seem to be really useful to be able to get this grill situation in front of us to come down by one square. But it doesn't seem like there's a way to make that doable. What if I... I was gonna try to stab that and climb a ladder. Yeah, can't climb a ladder like this. And obviously we can't get a horizontally aligned sausage stuck under there because we don't have a we don't have a horizontally aligned sausage to use. We do have a sort of curious ladder. Like, what is the point of this ladder here? It just lets us walk up onto this, at which point we can roll this forward. But I can't actually... Yeah, I mean, obviously. This is an odd one, isn't it? How would we... You know, one thing that's sort of interesting here is that the tile below the sausage that's stuck in the wall seems to be filled in. So if we were able to somehow pick this up, I think it would lift the sausage up with it. But the way these platforms and stuff are aligned, we cannot climb any of these ladders with a sausage on the fork because we don't have any sausages that are the correct kind of alignment. The only ladder that we would be able to climb with something stabbed in this puzzle would be the one that's above that sausage right now. You know what's pretty good? Water. It has been so hot here. Okay. So we can free ourselves with that. I'm not missing any... No, there's no, like, weird gaps in the side of the northern island or anything. This one's really interesting because there's actually, like, an extremely small number of things you can do at the beginning. If I... We do have the ability to hold this one up in a couple of different ways, which might actually be relevant to the puzzle this time. Right, there's the rolling problem. However... This doesn't do anything, though. So you're not going to be able to stab it. You are going to be able to roll it in the direction of the sausage without causing any major upheavals, right? I wonder if there's like an area where the water is not the same depth or something. You know, like a specific area we have to figure out to drop it on, but... It would not seem that we have access to much more than the space that we've already seen, right? So I guess probably not. There's no way to get this over just one space while it's still on the sausage, right? Because then we would be able to roll it to a tile we've never been able to see it on before. If I did that. Okay, so we could scoot it this way one tile. Put this here to catch it. I'm just putting it right back in the same spot. I was like, if we rolled it to the right and had something catch it, but yeah, like I would need for there to be a way to have something sitting in that square there, like have a way for something to be in this square to catch it. So that when we roll this forward, this thing moves the one normal tile and then executes the roll move, catches here, and then we could, yeah. The problem is all of this shit that's in the way. It's so unusual for us to be able to... So, okay. Here's the thing. If we could engineer a situation where this thing was 2 tiles to the left of where it is now, yeah, what I want is for the hole to be right here. So I put my fork in there and then climb up. But the problem is, while we can definitely get it into that position by doing this, it needs to remain there after you pull the sausage out, right? And the only way to do that right now would be to have the hold up like this, and I can't, I can no longer free this sausage. With that sausage in that position, it prevents me from getting the stab anyway other than vertically, into the narrow end of the sausage, which is problematic because it's going to prevent me from being able to climb that ladder. I can climb this ladder with it, but that's not super helpful. But yeah, right? Isn't it an interesting idea to climb the ladder with this thing on the fork? Is there a way to set this up? Is there any way to make... No, there's no way to make the sausage slide except for stabbing it in the end, which creates a situation that is very problematic for us. But if you do this, you can, in fact, move the thing around with a much greater degree of precision. Well, okay. That's a thought, I suppose. If I have this sausage stabbed, we can... Nope, it's still... Right, it's still rolling. Damn it. Oh, if I'm already in the sausage. No, but this isn't going to bring the other sausage with us. Damn it. Because obviously I can't just stab the sausage and... It is a little embarrassing when I get excited about an idea and it turns out to be like actual nonsense. Just like not at all the way the video game works. It's a little embarrassing. So we have 3 different ways that we can start this scenario. But gosh, it sure would seem that the one we're in now is the best one for this experiment, right? If you have the sausage stabbed from the left side and had it hooked under... right, like this. If I had it stabbed here... First of all, I don't know if there's a way to do that, but secondly, there's probably not... It wouldn't make a difference, right? I don't think. Well, there's not a way to do it in any case. Yeah, your sausage would have to be underneath the right side as you're pulling back, and there would have to not be a sausage in either of the other spots because you need the grill to move all the way to the left. It'll get held up if there's another thing obstructing it. And obviously, if you don't do this real carefully, you end up with some rolling, and rolling is really bad. Is there a way to execute this from above? Rolling the sausage by standing on it is going to have the same movement rules as rolling it with the fork, right? If I step up here and do this, yeah. Yeah, there's not going to be... trying to figure out, is there like a sneaky way that I could use being up on top of the sausages to position this thing and then remove the positioning sausage? I think the answer is no. Oh, wait, I have a thought. Okay. I have a thought related to being on top of the sausages. So if we put this here, then put this here to hold it, and then I step up onto this thing, I'm going to turn this, I'm going to press upward, and it might, the same way that we were using the fork to adjust the position of the platform we were standing on in a puzzle last time. Oh, right, there's a fucking ladder there that makes that less effective. Shit. Is it possible for me to specify to Steven that I don't want him to do that? Damn it. That would have been cool, right? If that had worked. Yeah, and there's no way to do anything like it because the ladder is just gonna... Well... Heck and darn and also crap. Because if we could get this sausage to slide down even one space, it would make a difference. Although I suppose there's the issue of not being able to get back off of it once I get on top of it. I wonder if this thing has any part in it. It is interesting, though perhaps not very meaningful, that, this is constructed in such a way to let you climb up the sausage in the middle and then still be able to get off of the thing. There is not, as far as I can see here, a way to lift a sausage up. I don't think we have any way of getting a sausage off of the ground. Because we cannot climb with... Well... It's not exactly true. Right, we can do this. Would that ever be useful? I don't really think so. We could try... We could use this rock as a way to stab a sausage from the top. No, actually, we can't. We don't have enough room. Yeah, that's not enough tiles to do a stab from the top. Well, this rock is certainly useful as a way to get a sausage off of your fork if you stab it in the side. So it would seem like that is what it is for. I just can't seem to stab a sausage here when it matters. All right. I think I'm gonna yield here. I think I'm gonna give on this one. We got a puzzle done. That's something. We saw some weird shit in the world. But that is where I'm gonna call it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, my guess is, after, a night of sleep and some time, I'm gonna come back to this one and the answer is gonna come to me within 10 minutes. Because that seems to be the pattern that we are pursuing on these. So come back for that, and then me getting stuck on whatever puzzle is next. And we'll see you then.